Let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed how easy it is to spend something on something we think we need, only later to regret it? Well, I think we've all been there, and I think some of us have been there for a long time. Well, this year it's 2025, and it feels a little bit different. Prices are at an all-time high, salaries seem to be like an all-time low, and inflation just won't go away. And on top of all this, we have the threat of tariffs. They're going to take things to a new level of hardship. So today, I'm here to give you a financial reality check. Here are 25 things not to buy in 2025. And you're not to buy, especially if you're fed up of being broke and you actually want to make some money. Let's go. A brand new car. This is an insane purchase. One so big, it will drain you financially for the next 5 to 8 years, and it will be like a small mortgage. And the crazy thing is, for most of us, it's only to get from home to work. You're working to pay for it. In fact, we're all working so much these days, you rarely get time to take it for a genuine spin. It may make you feel good. You may even look good in it. But as a liability, it's one of the worst things to buy. Do yourself a favor. Buy a car 2 to 4 years old with low mileage and let the first owner eat the depreciation. Thanks for clicking on the video today. I hope to provide some value. If you like what you see, perhaps give me a thumbs up and maybe even join the channel and subscribe. I'd love to have you around. Now, we're back to the video. Trendy tech updates. Now, I'm not included in this one, as my trusty BlackBerry is king of the frugal phones. Now, my phone, unfortunately, will never attract jealousy. But do you need to spend over $1,000 on the next model when your phone works perfectly fine? It may not be the latest one, but if it works perfectly fine, phones are definitely not an investment. In fact, they're a drain on your wallet. Do yourself a favor and put off that upgrade. In fact, go on better. Buy a lightly used one on the second-hand market and pay cash. And if you just got a slight scratch on the back of it, that does not count. Designer shoes and sneakers. Now, we all love a good pair of shoes and a good pair of sneakers, but having dozens and then buying more is not reasonable on your finances. Why don't you invest your money and use the dividend to buy a new pair as a treat? Paying hundreds of dollars for a pair of height sneakers is simply a poor choice. You're just making somebody else rich and robbing yourself at the same time. Buy now, pay later. Getting that new couch on sale, or that new TV, or in fact any consumer goods on sale when you can't afford it just because you feel you deserve it is no good. Buy now, pay later schemes make it all too easy for people that can't afford to buy stuff to get it and put themselves in consumer debt. It's just more consumer debt added up as convenience. If you can't afford it, don't rob your future self. Subscription overload. When's the last time you audited your credit cards or your checking account for any subs you may have signed up to? I ask because these guys are sneaky, and the whole world seems to be moving towards subscription mode. Streaming services, gym memberships, reading apps, all companies are moving in this direction. Add up all your monthly costs and see if you can half it. These companies are sneaking into your wallet every single month and taking your money, and sometimes you don't even remember signing up to them. Be tough. See if you can scrub out half of them and use that money for a good investment cause. Daily takeout and coffees. Now, I can say so much about how your takeout lunch and your fancy coffee is costing you a fortune, but it's nothing I haven't said before or you haven't heard before. Do a meal prep at home, and bringing your coffee from home is budgeting 101. Take that money, put it in an investment fund, and you're well on your way to becoming a millionaire. And let's face it, for people that are not doing meal prep, you're spending more than $10 a day. That big house. We all love big sprawling houses with massive rooms and big backyards. The problem is we're paying for that from our salary, not from our assets. We're doing it backwards. Owning an oversized home while you're trying to build wealth may look good, but it's just a burden on you. It's nothing but a liability. It's the extra mortgage, the maintenance, the heating and cooling, more cleaning, more gardening, and bigger taxes. We have to live below our means. This is likely our biggest expense, and we need to minimize it. Fancy cleaning products. We started a new main floor renovation this week, and before we started demo, I cleaned out underneath the sink, and I counted 13 cleaning products, not including dishwasher tabs. That is an insane amount of cleaning products. You are literally paying for a fancy bottle and a bit of marketing. Do yourself a favor, stick to the basics. They work and they cost far less. We don't need a cleaning product for every type of flooring or every type of germ in the house. Jewelry and watches. Luxury watch brands and precious metals can be an excellent investment if done properly and looked after. But most jewelry for regular people is often just expensive sparkle, and we buy it for status. Now, an appreciate asset is a great buy, but buying luxury goods when times are hard is a hard sell for me. Invest in index funds and ETFs for less glamorous but better returns. And if you're able to purchase fractional shares, they're even less expensive. Books. A book to read and enjoy is a great way to spend your time, even better if you get it from a library. But buying a dozen books for something you found an interest in is not such a great purchase. Now you may get around to reading them all eventually, but it's unlikely. And I've heard this is a real problem for people buying learning books or self-help books. Sometimes I feel if we make a large monetary purchase, it's half the job done. It's an emotional purchase and it should be avoided. Buy one book, read one book. It will save a lot. Unused gym memberships. This is another great example of paying the money and feeling like you're getting half the job done. But just paying for the gym is not doing the thing. Going to the gym for a solid hour and a good workout is doing the thing. My suggestion here, if you're not going at least twice a week, cancel the membership. It's a waste of money. Do a workout from the comfort of your home and use YouTube for a workout routine. Now, I don't know what you're paying, but my gym membership has doubled within the past 5 years. Ensure you're getting value for money. Holiday and birthday guilt gifts. Stop spending so much money on gifts. Often we go overboard trying to make the gift as special as the person we want to give it to. Why don't you make 2025 the year of meaningful, not expensive gifts? Make a gift from scratch, or you can give the gift of time. We all have too much stuff anyway. After all, who doesn't want a box of handmade cookies or a handmade cake? I'd be all over that. In-game purchases. Now, anyone doing online gaming or similar entertainment, you need to take a portion of that time and channel it into something more productive. Now, don't begrudge a bit of downtime, especially if it's reward for some hard work, but we do need to stop the in-game purchases. Now, let me break this down to anyone that's not familiar to online gaming. You're using fake money to buy fake weapons or upgrades, but it's taking real money from your bank. Now, when I put it like that, it sounds a bit crazy, and in my opinion, it is. Now, if it's just a small bit of money, it can be put down to entertainment costs, but often these things can spiral out of control. Now, I don't do online gaming, but my advice here is save real money for the real world, at least while you're building wealth. Cheap fashion. The great Canadian entrepreneur, Kevin O'Leary, once told the story about how his mother would rarely buy dresses, but when she did buy one, it was the best quality she could get. And not only as a result of that mindset, not only did she always look amazing, but the dresses lasted a lifetime. In fact, I believe the dresses were made so well that they actually increased in value. My point here is don't buy cheap clothes that will tear, shrink or pile. Buy less clothes, but buy better. Invest in quality. Indeed, that's a pretty good rule for most things in life. Expensive health fads. The carnivore diet, collagen, CMOS. All these health regimes have one thing in common. They are the latest passing fad, and they deplete your wallet in relation to the results. If it's the latest thing and it's expensive, avoid it and save your money. Eat healthy and balanced foods, absolutely. Have some supplements after the gym for recovery, not a bad idea. But if your food and your diet starts getting expensive and you're not training for a competition, you may be doing it wrong. Instead, meal prep at home, wholesome and healthy foods for the whole week. Not only do you eat well, but you get rich on your investments from all the savings you've made. It's a double win. Business courses with no action plan. Now, I know how motivated or excited we get with a new income stream or a new job. The potential can open doors to money and income that we didn't see before or think we could achieve. But before we sink $2,000 in a course for our new chosen field, we need to have a plan to use it. You should have a strategy, a calendar, and a network of people in place before you start a new course. Without a plan to use all the information and all the learning, you could be setting yourself up to fail and wasting $2,000. Learning without an action plan is mental entertainment. Save your money. Influencer must-haves. Now, I had to look this one up because I didn't know this was a thing. But if you're buying gadgets and consumer goods that TikTok tells you to buy, then get off TikTok. You are simply financing somebody else's lifestyle and not building yours. Don't be a lemming. Instead of spending money for somebody else, invest it for you. Skincare you don't need. Now, this is not just for the ladies, although that market is huge. Don't waste money on expensive skincare. You're often wasting hundreds of dollars for the brand, for the status of using that product. All you need is cleanser, sunscreen, and moisturizer. Guys, a bar of soap will suffice. I like lemongrass natural soap, but keep that to yourself. Degrees you are not using. Before sinking $40,000 into a degree or pivoting your career, do your research before you make a decision. Put together a strategy and ensure you're ready to commit for a new career and that huge spend. That's a lot of debt, and if you don't use it properly, it can be a very poor rate of return. Certification and even freelancing can often be cheaper and quicker to get you to where you want to be. Anything fancy for the house? Do you have young kids? Maybe you've got a dog or a cat. Take my advice. Don't buy that expensive furniture until they're a little older and a little less destructive. Scratches, spilt drinks or food, climbing, and even sharp objects can wreck your new furniture or fancy stuff and see a lot of money go down the drain. Get some good quality, lightly used furniture and save a fortune. You can upgrade and spend a bit more money when they're grown up and a bit more gentle. Vanity upgrades. Now, have you seen Pamela Anderson lately? No makeup, no lashes, just natural beauty, and she looks amazing. Women often use nails, extensions, fillers, and I often wonder, are they doing it for themselves or are they doing it to be seen? Try living without them for a time and save money. Everybody's got natural beauty. We don't need all these gadgets and makeup to stand out in the crowd. A fantastic personality will do just that. Give up for a period of time and see how much money you can save. Amazon impulse buys. We all shop online these days. It's just a part of life. And Amazon make it so easy with next day delivery and one-click shopping. And they do this to get more cash out of your hands. And for you impulse buyers, it's just a waste of money. Disable the one-click purchase and don't get distracted by those flashy signs. I make a list for physical shopping. I also make a list for online shopping. You should try it. It really does work. The latest trending water bottles. So which water bottle is trending today? Is it the Yeti? Is it the Quencher? Or is it the Bink? How many water bottles do you need? And how much money do you have to burn? Some of these water bottles are $80. Seriously, it's a water bottle. Refill the water bottle you have and keep it moving. This is consumer lifestyle inflation at its worst. Kids' brand name shoes and clothes. Now, I don't know about yours, but our two youngest kids are sprouting like weeds. We like to dress them nice, and we go shopping at the local thrift stores. But we avoid the brand name shops, and we certainly avoid the brand name prices. They're so expensive. Now, we do focus on quality shoes and clothing, and we like them to look nice. But shopping at thrift stores saves us hundreds of dollars. And clothes they've grown out of, we donate them to charity shops and keep the savings going. Brand new and brand name fashion clothes for your kids is a wealth killer. Trying to impress people. Now, this is the most important one on the list, and it will affect all aspects of your life. Eliminate the notion of trying to impress people with a lifestyle you can't afford, and you will make massive savings. Trying to buy and live a lifestyle you can't afford is a one-way trip to Poorville, and it's something that will crush your financial dreams. It's because this type of shopping is to do with your pride, and it can wipe you out if you don't get on top of it. It's emotional shopping at its worst. The other thing to remember is why are you going into debt trying to impress people? Let me tell you something, they don't care. Do yourself a favor and just work on impressing you by stop wasting money and investing it for your future. 2025 is not the year of the flex. It's the year of financial clarity, intentional spending, and growth. Remember, money is far too hard to earn to spend it on stuff we don't need. In 2025, be different, be disciplined, and start building wealth. Remember, it's not what you earn, it's what you keep. Now that's a lot to take in and a lot to get your teeth into. But if you still want to work on your list of stuff not to buy, then check out this video here. That's the first video in a series about necessities that we need to give up. And there's some huge savings there. It's a great place to continue. I'll see you there.